By God's mercy does all punishment of sinners, whether they are men or demons, come to an end. Some people may argue that God does spare everyone who has sinned. Others, including the Catholic Church, believe that God doesn't spare all sinners. Both sides of the argument have valid ways to back up what they believe in. So right now I'm going to present a couple of arguments that believes God spares all. Then I'm going to follow each argument by the opposing side's view. A big theme in the Bible is that God will forgive all sins. It would then seem that by God's mercy on all sinners, men and demons would be spared from punishment. In Wisdoms 11:24, it is written, "Thou hast mercy upon all, O Lord, because thou can do all things." That pretty much means that because God is capable of doing anything, He has mercy on all of us. Most of you right now are probably thinking, why are demons spared from punishment? Well, since demons are one of God's creations, even though they have sinned, they are still entitled to the mercy that God has on humans and all His creations. God does have mercy on all of us. However, since His mercy is ruled by His wisdom, whoever thinks themselves as unworthy for His mercy doesn't receive it. In other words, they aren't spared from punishment for their sins. Others may just not want to receive God's mercy, so they aren't spared from their punishment either. God's mercy may, however, find a place in someone that doesn't want it. They are, in that case, not spared from their punishment, but their punishment isn't as severe as what it should be. The next statement argues whether all demons are entitled to God's mercy and spared from punishment. In Romans 11:32, God comes to the conclusion that everyone in the world is in sin. He says that He has mercy on everyone. With that said, when God says that everyone is under sin, He is not just talking about humans. He is also talking about demons, and therefore God has mercy on everyone, even all demons. God does have mercy on everyone. He had mercy on Jews and the Gentiles, just as He has mercy on the humans and demons. However, this doesn't mean that He has mercy for all Jews or every Gentile. Therefore, He doesn't have mercy for all humans or all demons. To sum this up, God has mercy on people, but not every person. Saint Anselm of Canterbury was a Christian philosopher of the 11th century. According to him, it would not be just that God would allow something He created for happiness perish under punishment forever. Therefore, since God created every rational creature like humans, angels, and demons for happiness, He would not have them perish. That pretty much means that God has mercy on everyone, including demons. Others, however, see what Haslam said in a different way. They see it as the following. Yes, it wouldn't make sense for God to let all the creatures He created for happiness to perish under punishment. However, there is no reason why, if one creature does perish forever, all others perish as well. In other words, just because one creature perishes under punishment, God's mercy is still present on all those who are saved. Now that I have presented both sides on whether by God's mercy all punishment of sinners, whether they be demons or men, comes to an end. Well, here's what I think about all this. I'm going to have to agree with the Catholic Church's view. I do believe that God has mercy on all His creations, whether they are men or demons. However, I don't believe that everyone's punishment for their sins can just disappear as if they never happened. If someone wants to accept God's mercy, then yes, I believe that God will spare them. But if someone doesn't feel worthy of His mercy, or simply doesn't want it, they have to deal with the consequences of their sins.